back at you again with another philosophy from your philosopher, Philustrious, speaking on miraculous powers from the philosophical waves and ways and paths and capabilities. The philosophical way of creating and customizing and modifying with words, terms, and gems and jewels and ornaments and symbols and symbology of symbolic kinds, the allegory of metaphors and conclusions and concepts and summaries of stories that are been told since past times. Having the capability to create and materialize and manifest with the word, with the terms. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. So was it the same in the beginning with God. And so um, that means if the Word was the guide, God meaning guide, the way shower, the way giver, the path hoister, the shaman of the day, of the way, the prophet, the preacher, the teacher, the priest. Um, that means that the word was the way, and you were valued and appraised by your words, not just the written word, the contract, the covenant. However, what you spoke on the most intimate, deepest level, not just on the surface, but sometimes we speak and don't even hear what we're saying. And so that level, the fourth dimension, and which is the dimension of the dimension of the real world, um, where there is the capabilities of what I'm speaking about and the degrees of credentials that happen to be what I call the philosophical, physiological insight to the fourth panel or the fourth layer or the fourth level. The fourth dimension is a place that can be opened and introduced into through the philosophical world. You can't philosophize without entering into that world. That's a big gem, a big tip, I should say. Without the fourth dimension entrance, you can't philosophize with contentment. And so without the fourth dimension entrance, you can't philosophize with contentment. And so without the fourth dimension entrance, you can't philosophize with contentment. And so um, you have to have that miraculous experience to validate your philosophical endeavors. And so one of the things that I did is sprinkled the chick. You know, you hear that song by E40 called Sprinkle Me. You got a sister on that sugar, sugar. You know it. And so, make the long story short, export and import, got to show you some support talking that cyberspace network type of talk. So, the lady, she was a streetwalker. She came up to my area where I was standing, and she asked a guy that I was talking to about something. Well, I was smoking on a joint, and not saying that I do that now, but this was in my early 20s. I'm 35, by the way, for last years. And so I was smoking on the J, and I get to the next part later, but um, I just so happened to see her say hello like before she said it. Like it was like, you know that ganja and hemp and cannabis can alter the mind. So it was like I got a vision or an image of the future, or I seen it happen before it happened type thing. And I said, and she grabbed on me and was saying, "Oh, how cute I was," and saying I look good and complimenting me. So me being dapper and you know uh, play alike, I said, "Lady, don't touch me. You know I'm a PIMP." And when I did that, the spirit of my soul came out of my soul's body, my solar body, and sprinkled her with this blue sprinkle juice, this blue sprinkle confetti. And I never forget it. She gave me $20. She glowed with full of golden light, like Bruce Leroy in Last Dragon. How you had to go light. And so that took place. I got in the Lincoln that I was driving at that time, and she followed me, her and her friend. And so, and I don't just credit well, now that I think about it, it could have been just the drugs, the virtues, could have been just that, but I think it was also my character and me having to express myself in a way that when I say having to express myself, like I was at a happy state. I was at a comfortable, convenient, excited state. And when you reach that top of your potential of your expression of happiness, miracles take place, and miraculous power or miraculous demonstrations happen to fruitionize through that. And so, another time I did something miraculous is when I teleported at the mall. That was kind of scary because I thought I was going to explode my head, spontaneously combust. But that was that. Happened to have cannabis, hemp, or ganja that time. That was some good stuff. But rather than that, them are the two um, that I can remember. I have many dreams, many good experiences in the real world. I call it the real world. I believe this 3D Earth plane is the dream world. And where we go to bed and flip to the other side is the real world. It says in the Bible for the temporal, for the seen is temporal and the unseen is eternal. And so things that get governed here in the 3D matrix are governed by the 4D paradise realms. And with that, I sign off. It's Miraculous Power coming with a part three or um, a um, part three with a little philosophical quote called Warlocks. Alrighty, signing off. C'est la vie, adios, dollars, philastrious.